Alright, everyone. It is Saturday, and we need to have a serious talk about the future of Andys Randomness. There's a lot that's going to happen from now until next year that we do need to discuss here. So, many of you know by now that let's just point it for what it is. And if you watch Pine Power LI here on YouTube, you know what's going on with the common sense New Yorkers, like me, and many other people too. Let's just call it for what it is. We're being priced out of New York. You know, it's been years of misneglect by the state government. The former governor, Andrew Cuomo, was to blame for this, and now the current governor, Kathy Hochul, is to blame for what is currently going on with New York. And it's possible that you can look up any address, Google it. Tax records are public, folks. Simple FOIL request. And especially when I looked up the tax history for my house, and I don't want to get into it, it's just out of control. It is completely out of control that I'm not the only one being priced out. It is affecting my parents. My dad's the one specifically complaining about it, and I can't blame him. And for the fact of the matter is, the quality of life in New York City just continues to deteriorate every single day. They make the traffic bad on purpose on the LIE just to make our lives more miserable in Queens. They've done the same thing with the Grand Central Parkway recently. And not only that, but you see what's going on with the crime getting out of control. You see, what's going on in Queens. The robbery situation is getting out of control as usual. What's going on in my neighborhood, why am I seeing all these scooters left all over 73rd Avenue is beyond me. And the fact of the matter is, I live in now a very dangerous intersection in my community. I'm sure you saw on Channel 7 that awful motorcycle accident. And it's crazy to think that driver did have right-of-way. He did. And now I'm fighting with the DOT to get a speed camera placed on 73rd Avenue, which we may not even get a speed camera based on the circumstances. So hopefully I'll keep you all posted on that, because this is going to be one of the difficult falls. We're talking September, October, November, December that I'm going to have to go through in my life. I think this will be more challenging than my weight loss journey in 2019. I think it'll be 10 times more difficult than that at this point. And not to mention the fact that, it's not looking good right now at Northwell. It's not my supervisor's fault that I'm having less magazines lately, but yeah, work has slowed down at the hospital lately. And not to mention the fact that not just my nursing home, but a lot of other nursing homes in the state of New York are facing a staffing shortage. It's not with laziness. People blame it on laziness. No, the fact of the matter is, CNAs are not getting paid to meet with the consumer price index. I've heard it from many of my nurses that they're blaming that as a factor. They have not had a wage increase since before COVID. And a lot of the nurses now, they're leaving New York. They don't want to deal with this anymore. They want to look for better high-paying jobs elsewhere. Maybe it's Long Island. Maybe it's upstate. Maybe it's New Jersey. Maybe it's Connecticut. But the bottom line is, they say New York is, where you can make it anywhere. Well, sadly, that dream is dead. And I hate to say it for everybody that will criticize me. And given that you're seeing on the news all the time, you're seeing these corporate banks like Chase, for an example. They're setting up headquarters in Delaware, in Florida, in Texas. You look at all these other companies that are looking for tax breaks in Austin, Texas, for an example, where my friend lives. They're setting up shop down there. Look at Elon Musk. He's leaving California because things are bad over there. But that's not the point I'm trying to make, folks. By now, you have figured out that I am in the process, it's going to be a long one, of moving to Florida. And it's not going to be easy. It's not just going to happen overnight like that. Every time I think about what's going on in New York, the same has happened to one of my friends who lived in Long Island for a long time. Same thing happened. Her and her parents got priced out and they moved to Florida last year. It's a sad reality. And I know some of my friends may be watching this video and they may be wondering, what are you talking about? Well, the bad reality is we're all getting priced out. Alright? Seniors like my parents, disabled people like me, we're being priced out of our own state. And it's a sad reality. It really, really is. That we've degraded ourselves to looking to move somewhere else. But the bottom line is, this is the reality that I'm facing. So, I'm just going to carry on in New York when I get back from Delmarva. I'm going to carry on. My dad says he's going to work on the house. The upstairs tile in my bathroom needs to get fixed. We still need to get the kitchen tile redone, and then I'll make a different announcement on what will happen. But I'm warning you guys right now. There is a chance that there may be less videos here on Andys Randomness. There may be a chance that the day that I have to leave New York for good, I'm going to be in transition. And that will mean that there will be less videos here on Andys Randomness at a specific date that I will have to announce at some point. That will likely mean a pause on Andy Plays. So I'm making this announcement that once we finished Uncharted 4, I am going to be pausing Andy Plays. It is a very difficult decision that I do not want to have to do, but I feel as an obligation to the audience until the new permanent setup is ready in Davenport, Florida. That's what will occur. And basically, I am going to be moving to an area where I won't have to worry about auto accidents as much. Maybe I'll have to worry about it on I-4. But, yeah, that's the reality of the matter. If me and my folks stay in New York, there's a real chance within a year or two from now we're going to have to file for bankruptcy. And we do not want to have to deal with that burden. If we move to Florida, we're going to be able to have an affordable lifestyle. I can still keep this YouTube channel going. And, you know, you've seen other YouTubers abandon ship. Look at Ben Shapiro, for an example. He moved to Tennessee. Alright? Brett Cooper, same thing. She moved to Tennessee. The bottom line is, the fate of Andys Randomness right now is uncertain at the moment. I mean, yes, I'm going to have to pause Andy Plays, but I don't know if after I get the last of the fall foliage in New York, this is going to be difficult to announce, but there may not be a holiday video in New York City this year, which pausing Andy Plays is one thing. I could care less about that. But you know, every year on December 25th, I look forward to posting that video every year. And my dad has told me that we may be in this condo in Maryland. And I know for a fact that my dad has said that we're going to be spending a majority of October in New York. I don't know what will happen around my birthday yet. And yeah, that's why it's difficult to think that the holiday video that I normally do in New York City, where I show you Macy's, where I show you Saks, where I show you Bloomingdale's, where I show you Rockefeller Plaza, Bryant Park, all the normal stuff that I look forward to doing every single year, that video may be at risk of not happening this year if I am transitioning to move to Davenport, Florida. And I'll just mention that the reason why we have settled on that location is so that way we could have access to both Tampa Bay and Orlando. And, you know, hopefully I will keep everybody posted in the next couple of months what will occur. But, yeah, when I get back to New York, I am going to try to get Uncharted 4 as quickly as I can. I will try to record as much as I can with Andy Plays, but just keep this in mind. And again, after a certain date, when Uncharted 4 is done, and that could be later this year or in the earlier part of 2025, I will have to make a separate video announcement on that at some point. But just please understand, I am going to be transitioning, and if you're wondering, well, where's Andy? The best thing you can do right now is to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Andys Randomness. You can also add me on my Discord server. I will be giving updates on the move to Florida on a specific channel that I have already set up. The last thing that I posted in that channel was a TV that I got recycled in College Point, Queens a couple months ago. So, and likely this could go into November, where I will be staying in New York. Maybe I will be leaving in 2025. But again, once Uncharted 4 is done, then I have to pause Andy Plays, because there's just no way I could begin the 5th game and then, you know, feel obligated to play it. So, one more thing before I wrap up this video. The way things are going, I have a couple medical appointments in New York that I have to get done around my birthday in early November. And so thankfully I'll still be able to vote in the upcoming election. And I'll probably be voting early, but I'll see what I can do, guys. Maybe I'll discuss on my birthday what will occur, because it will be a Friday this year, and maybe I'll be in a more mental place to talk about it then. But for now, just stick it out here on Andys Randomness, as the winding days of New York on this channel are going to be coming to an end probably within a year from now. So that's it. I'm going to get going. I'm going to enjoy my last few days here in Delmarva. I'm coming back to New York City next week. I don't want to say what day yet. But it'll be a surprise. And when that does happen, then you'll see random videos here and there. But that's where I'm going to end it. So we'll talk again about the subject in a different video about my move to Florida. But until then, that's all I have for now. So, Andy Plays, next couple of ones will be posted for the remainder of the month. And when I get back again, I will prioritize finishing up Uncharted 4. And then when we get to a specific point where, again, I have taped the final part of Uncharted 4, that's when I will be making the announcement that I will be pausing Andy Plays. So, that's the first significant part of the move to Florida that I will be announcing for now. And to wrap up this video, I will say that once everything is set up, and I'll even work on getting a PS5 because hopefully Rockstar doesn't disappoint us with Grand Theft Auto 6. I will keep you all posted. So that's it. That's all for now. And we will again talk about the future in a different video. So until the next one, please take care.